Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com.
Oh my these words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Welcome to Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. And today we are continuing our series on the King's Proposal. And this is a special proposal from the Creator, the King of Kings. Why are we going through this in such detail? Because we need to know exactly what He has to offer us. And then we have to know how to prepare ourselves to receive it, embrace it, and utilize it. So, I'm going to show you the little segment that we're looking at today, and it's called Real Beauty. Yes, the old will pass away, and you will become as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars, a reflection of my love, and all of your life. Remember, I have been drawing you to me with cords of love. I spoke tenderly to you, calling you tenderly to me to come. And that's what we're going to be analyzing today. How can we come? How can we be a reflection of His love? So come back. Let's listen to the King's Proposal.
Long before I laid the foundations of the earth, before I stretched out the canopy of heaven, I was thinking of you, and I chose you to be the object of my love. Before you ever knew me, I knew you and I loved you from the first moment of your life. My love for you has existed before time itself, and it will continue when time is no more. You are worth so much to me. In all the universe which I created, you are my most treasured possession. There is none like you. I left my throne in heaven just to have you. Though I was king, I was not willing to remain as king if that meant not having you by my side. Oh, my beloved, I gave up everything to have you. I cast aside my crown and removed my robe of royalty. I became nothing more than a servant among men. Because you would not come to me, I came to you. I left heaven behind and came to earth just so I could be near you. Though I was rich, I became poor. Though I was strong, I became weak like mortal man. And I did this for you. The cost I paid was great, but I have no regrets. You are worth everything I gave. You are my darling. You are my pearl of great price. One glance from you, and I am ravished by the power of love. Don't think I came to redeem you because I pity you. No. I have done what I have done because I so greatly desire you. I did not pay the ultimate price because you are worthless. I gave it all because you are priceless. And now, I offer you a king's proposal. These are the things I will give to you, if only you will agree to become my eternal bride. I promise to take from you the heavy burdens of life and clothe you with garments of praise. Once you become mine, I will never cast you out or abandon you. You will be an orphan no more. I will never leave you or forsake you. You will have a home with me forever. And I will heal your broken heart, and my anointing will break every yoke that binds you. Instead of ashes, you will wear a beautiful garment of my grace, and I will anoint your head with the oil of health and joy. I have so many plans for you, beloved, and all of them are good. I know that sin robbed you of your beauty, but my love will restore you completely. Yes, the old things will disappear, and I will make all things new for you. You will become as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars, a reflection of my love. All of your life I have been drawing you to me with cords of love. I spoke tenderly to you, calling you to come to me. Now I want to sing over you my songs of deliverance. Once you come to know how deep my love for you truly is, you will live with confidence. My love for you is perfect, and perfect love will cast out all of your fear. If you should ever lose faith in me, I will never lose faith in you. When you fail, I will be there to help you. When you fall, I will carry you. The smallest sparrow looks to me for help. Will I care for you as well? You are worth so much more to me. Your mind will rest in perfect peace, free at last from doubt confusion, and nothing will be able to pry you from my arms, because I will hide you in the shelter of my love. You will nestle safely beneath my wings. Those who try to harm you will answer to me, and no plan that they form against you will succeed, because I will give you the keys of my kingdom. You yourself will have the authority of my name to open and close every door before you, from east to the west, from the north to the south. Everything will be given into your hand. You can ask me anything, anything at all, and I will give it to you if it serves my ultimate will. Yes, go ahead and ask me, and I will even give you the nations as your inheritance. And you will rule over the powers of darkness, trampling them beneath your feet. Those who bless you, I will bless. But those who come against you shall surely fall. And I will write upon you a new name for all to see. You will be called the City of God, the New Jerusalem. Kings will come from the ends of the earth just to see your beauty. And they will bring their wealth to you from the far reaches of the earth. And there you will be, sitting upon my throne, and wearing the crown of my everlasting favor for all the world to see. Beloved, I have prepared a place for you in my Father's house. I want you to be where I am. We will walk together in the cool of the day, strolling arm in arm in the garden of God, in paradise restored. And you will eat from the tree of life that is there. Can you trust the promises I make to you, my love? I am not a man that I should lie. I will watch over my word to perform it on your behalf. I will never change. I will always be the same. Yesterday, today, and forever. Oh, most beautiful one, my love, my dove, my beloved. If you will accept your king's proposal, all these great and precious promises will be yours. My bond is my word, and my covenant is sealed with my own blood, which was given to purchase you. I will love, honor, and cherish you all the days of your life. And I will be with you always, even to the end of the world. This is my proposal. What will you answer?
Oh my, these words have been spoken by my master.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited time.
Oh my These words have been spoken by my master.
Hi, we're back. And guess what? Today we are looking at, first of all, know where you're going. Secondly, know your driver. Thirdly, pay as you enter. And fourthly, enjoy the ride. So, know where you're going. And I'm going to read the whole segment that we're looking at today. It says, yes, the old will pass away and you will become as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars, a reflection of my love. All of your life I have been drawing you to me with cords of love. I spoke tenderly to you, calling you tenderly to come to me. That's it. And I'm here to tell you that as we look at each segment, we're going to draw things out of this to find out how do we develop real beauty. So first, know where you're going. Know where you're going. Basically, where are we going? The old will pass away. You'll become as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars. The moon in a procession of stars. How on earth can any human being become that lovely? And it tells us it's a reflection of his love. And so that's where we are going. Know where you're going. We are going down a journey where we can become a reflection of his love. And that is how we become really beautiful. How? By looking into his face until we become a reflection of his love. Well, you know, whatever you look at, mull over, think of, talk to, whatever, that is what you become. And we know as we grow in families, we start sounding alike, start looking like, even when we get married to somebody who looks opposite to us, by the time we reach to the end of our marriage, oops. You know how many people I used to go out with? So how many people used to ask when I go out with my husband, is your brother? Is it, well, is your father? Is your brother? Is it? They all thought it was a relative because we had spent so much time together that we started to resemble each other. Same thing here. That's how we become who we spend time with. And so here he wants us to look like the moon, as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars. The only way that is done is by becoming a reflection of his love. And what does that mean? That means that as his love reflects on us, it's all about bounce off us and on everybody else. But it don't really bounce off, it sort of goes through. It goes through like a channel. Then it goes out. So we get a whole heap, and then we have a whole heap as a child. Not just unconditional, but unstoppable. Totally everlasting, continuous, rolling along, rolling out. Wow, that's real beauty. When you can be a reflection of his love. His love, first of all, for. Because I reflect his love. Unless I embrace it, accept it for myself, and know like I know that I am loved all the time, accepted all the time, never rejected, because that is the only thing that pushes us off of our path of just lining up with that perfect will that he has for us. That perfect path that has everything supplied. Anytime you find that you can't deal with something somebody said or somebody did or you heard this, it means that you have come off the path of accepting his unconditional love. You know, sometimes I have some acquaintances who constantly say, you know what the husband did, you know what the son did, you know what the daughter did, you know what the neighbor did, you know what that person at work did, and they know how intolerant I am. One person says to me, how come you're a counselor and you won't listen to people? I said, that sort of information you'll carry to one person. The only person that is not going to be negatively affected by your ninging, right? So I'm afraid I'm not one of those therapists who listen to what you have to say. This is my modus operandi. One, call me on the phone. I will discuss on the phone how I operate. And the first thing you have to do is make sure that what you have to tell me when you come is no more than 5 minutes. And so the 5 minutes is going to go into 5 minutes of getting rid of it, and then we work for the other 50 minutes on the solutions. But if you want to do a 3-hour venting, sitting there, he's ready, waiting, wanting, longing to listen to you and to get rid of all the negative emotions, which is what happens when you vent, you know. And then you can now look and be ready for the solutions, right? So that's how we become a reflection of his love. We need to take it for ourselves, love ourselves, pass all our faults, right? And just get through the clearing of the blockages, which is what we are going to be looking at. Clearing those blockages which prevent us from really becoming a reflection. Because, you know, if you look in the mirror and in the mirror is a whole lot of, on the mirror, dirt and grease and grime and spots of paint and all sorts of junk, how on earth are you going to be able to see a true reflection? And so we have to clear those blockages. But that's where we're going, becoming a reflection of His love. Know your driver, because I'm telling you, see this driver here, whoopsie, whoopsie. This here driver is here to direct you. And I want to read that segment there, because he is the driver who has been drawing you to him with cords of love. Do you know that he has been drawing you to him? Just drawing you to him with cords of love. And all of us can think back on this driver and this person who has been directing your pathway and pulling out of your pathway all those things that are negative, has been putting in your pathway and networking for you. Do you know that? Because, I mean, everybody can look back into their past and see when, why, how did I make it through that? Look at all those incidents of near-death experiences, tragedies, and traumas, and you wonder, how did I make it through that? And you did make it through that because of the direction of your driver of your journey, the pilot of your journey. And we need to remember that every time we got through, over, around, or miraculously escaped the consequences or the effects of what we went through, it is because we didn't deserve it, but it was just showered on us. It's called grace. Grace. Grace is that thing which gives us joy in the midst of whatever is happening. It is a quality that, wow. I'm going to talk some more about it in the next segment. But we need to understand this driver who is there. And every one of us needs to go back and look at those milestones in our lives where we were brought over this hump and over that hump and over that hump and through this tragedy and through this potential whatever. But God was always there. He says it doesn't matter where you go. That is your driver. And so you need to just make sure that you patch into that driver who is able to do whatever you want, whatever you need, because he is the only one who knows what has been planned for you, where you went wrong, what didn't do, wasn't done right, etc., etc. So, know where you're going to be a reflection of his love. Know your driver, the one who is drawing you to him with cords of love. And so you need to listen and respond. So come back.
Oh my, these words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Burn down Romana, make it burn them comana, make it burn bumpy go omana, make it burn, bun. Africa we come from and
Reggae to
here
reggae.
we
Big
build
up on yourself, saying, I love.
Yeah, I would say.
These words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Hi, we're back. And we are in the segment that says pay as you enter. And we're looking at the King's Proposal here on Celebrate Live on reggae.com. And we're looking at this little segment that says the world will pass away, we'll be as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars and a reflection of his love. And all our lives, he has been drawing us to him. And so that's who is leading the journey. Now, what is our responsibility? Pay as you enter. And again, as in yesterday's session, We don't have a whole heap to do, you know. We need to learn to chill, to rest, to back off, to stop working so hard at things and just listen to his directives. And he says, I spoke tenderly to you, calling you tenderly to come to me. And I'm here to tell you, if you want to be a reflection of his love to yourself and to others, you have to spend more time in his presence. And that's what he's doing. In the midst of whatever challenges we face, it is calling you tenderly to come to him. That is what he wants to do. That is what he has to do, and that is what you have to respond to in order to grow into the place of being a reflection of his love. He is, you got to recognize his voice. You got to realize that he is wooing you through the opportunities to release and the opportunities to embrace his provision. So this is what he is drawing you to him to do. And what do you have to do? Just like how you had to receive the promises and the provisions yesterday, today you have to come into his presence, spend more time with him. You know, abiding under the shadow of the Almighty, coming into that closet, coming into the secret place, dwelling in his presence. And you know, initially we see that as a physical positional thing, where we come and we actually physically are closeted with him. And that is in fact the precursor to having his presence with me all day and 24/7. It is after I've developed that habit of physically separating myself onto him that, like the aroma and the presence of his presence just lingers. So if I spend an hour or two in his presence, then for an hour after it is lingering there. We all know about this, you know. But then as we keep checking back with what has been said when you were closeted with him, then you are able to extend the time that it lingers with you. And so eventually what happens is that you are more and more aware of that checking back. You check back every time you have a challenge, every time you have a decision to make, every time you have a choice, every time you have a challenge, every time you have stress, you just check back. And you want to look at how you can remove some of the blockages that are there. Calling you tenderly to come to him. And that is the answer whenever you face these things. You have to know, go back to him with it, rather than just react. Or if you do react, that's all right, you know. But as soon as you have reacted and you recognize you have reacted incorrectly, then his arms are open there. Because remember, you know, he's the one who's pursuing us. He's the one who is drawing us. And you know my favorite interaction is there. Zephaniah 3:17, you know, Papa look over me. And he's just so excited about the fact that I want to come to him in all the situations of life, that he does a Papa look over me. Yes, ma'am. And so that's my favorite. And so I like to run back to him continuously, as once now I'm awake, and even when I'm sleeping, you know, so that he gives the beloved sleep. He gives me rest, and he also directs how my dreams goes. Dreams go. He will give me dreams and visions and insights and downloads. So it's very, very important to understand what it means by drawing you and how you need to respond to this drawing. Initially getting into that place of just always having that time first thing in the morning, and then checking back with the downloads that you got during that time. So that's the purpose of it. It's a preparation for the rest of the day. So you don't have to physically stay in a place for the rest of the day, but you have that spirit with you all the time. And as you get into a situation, you can speak his word before and prepare the place. You can speak his word before and prepare the persons, the recipients. You see, a lot of times we don't use this thing, we only use it when we're at church or in a deliverance session, right? And we need to understand that we need to use this thing. He sent his word to heal us. So what do you want? Do you need light in a situation? He's the light. He has made us the light. Do you need to put a little salt and seasoning into stuff? Do you need to bring to a discussion or a think tank a certain perspective that gives it a little flavor? That's where you get it, right? You can't hide your light under a bushel. You need to let it shine. And that means you need to utilize it. You need to engage all these wonderful gifts that you have been given so that you are able to be a influencer of your whole area of influence, your ambit, your territory. Everybody has a territory that they can influence in a specific way that nobody else can influence in that same specific way. And so we need to understand that there's purpose in his pursuit of us. There's purpose in his drawing us to him. There is purpose for his empowering us. And the purpose is so that we can be an integral part in carrying out his covenant in expanding the kingdom of God. So it's a beautiful place to be, and it's a choice that we all have to make. Do you want to go there? Do you want to live there? Do you want to stay there? Do you want to enjoy being there? So, paying as you enter. Come to him with all the shame, or the pain, or the loss, or the anger, or the confusion, or the frustration, all the uncertainty, and all the rejection, because he never rejects me, and he never rejects you. That is the whole essence of agape, right? That love that is unconditional means that it cannot reject. And the other thing that I just love is how when we bring something that we have done wrong and we have confessed it and repented and moved on, we sit as a graph that goes like this. And I'm going on quite well, and then books I don't drop down. Guess what? He says, I will remember them no more. So that when we look on his graph, we're up here in heavenly places, sailing on the waves. So we're just enjoying the atmosphere and partying, really, really. The issue of joy is just, it's a choice. It's as simple as that. And yes, I choose to enjoy, to partake 24/7. You must see me dance in my sleep. Good thing about my husband sleeping with me now. I'm going to get kicked because my sleep dancing has increased since he passed. Because since I don't have anybody to snuggle with, I might as well dance in the sleep. So, I hope you don't think this is too frivolous, but this is real. And this is what is being offered to us. This is what we are being drawn into, so that we can, and remember, this is not trying to go on as if reality isn't there. It is being able to establish, maintain, retain, and enjoy the ride in the midst of the dry places. Abandonment in praise to the word will take you not struggling through the dry places, but soaring like eagles on wings above the restless world that wars below. And that is where we are being drawn to live. And that is how we can not just develop, but express, be a repository for, and be the light that just illuminates his love and shines real beauty around to the rest of the world. So, as we wrap up this second to last segment, which was pay as you enter, what do I have to do? Give him all of these things. Just give him those things that are blocking him. And you know, we can look at the things that will prevent us. What is preventing us? We're going to look at removing the blockages in the next segment, because I want you to listen. Why is it you cannot embrace this joy? Just list them down and we look at them one by one. So come back.
Oh my,
Join me for Celebrate Life, where we will be looking at all the issues that you could possibly have and how you can transform them into a celebratory occasion. Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. See you there.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 R's of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com.
oh my.
Hi, we're back in our last segment, and this is how we can enjoy the ride, because that is the objective of this program. How can you so deal with the issues of life along the journey so that you can maintain your joy? Because the Word of God says the joy of the Lord is your strength. And so we are looking at how we can enjoy this ride and how we can express real beauty, which is really a reflection of His love for me and my love for you, which is only really sort of a bounce off. You know, when you shine something on a mirror and it just bounces off, right? That's what is coming to you from me. Not coming from inside, it just bouncing off from the love He has for me. Any love I have for you is not from inside, because I just don't have it, right? But it is a reflection of His love and the fact that I allow Him to do this. And this is something all of us can do, because it does not require anything from one. So I need to make a note of when I started back. All right. And wonderful. Now I know when to stop. Okay. So we're looking at how can we enjoy this ride of of going through the challenges of becoming a reflection of his love. Because I'm telling you, the pathway to get there is a rocky road, a difficult pathway. I don't know. It's just not humanly easy. I'm trying to not use that word, but it is not easy humanly. The only time it is easy when we do it the way he wants us to do it. Because guess what he says? My yoke is easy. My burden is light. So whenever you feel the burden getting heavy or difficult, know that you are carrying it when you need to transfer it to him. That's why he says, my yoke is easy. So the number of people who give these testimonies that say, boy, the road is hard, it is not easy, are trying to carry themselves. And there are some persons who feel that they are not worthy unless they suffer with a long face. Because he says the fellowship of my suffering is one that you go through with what for the joy. Right? You go through it, you count it all joy, and you are able to exhibit, experience, and transmit joy in the middle of it. It's just like Paul in prison. His head was hurting, his back was hurting, his feet were hurting, his hands were hurting. He was hurting all over. I mean, he was beaten next to death and sitting in this jail in stocks, meaning that his hands and his feet were chained. But he started to sing. And what happens when you start to engage joy in the midst of suffering? The prison doors open. The blockages are dissolved. And that is what happened. And so that is a picture of how we need to handle these things. We are going to go through. It is going to hurt. But in the midst of that, we can soar above into heavenly places and operate from that place so that we have the joy of the Lord, which is our strength. And so that is how to enjoy the ride. Remember that the opportunities to release pain, hurt, shame, guilt, depression, anxiety, loss, sickness, difficulties are opportunities to embrace the empowerment of our Father through His Holy Spirit that resides in us. That way, we can engage joy to be a part of the release of these things out of our systems. And we are going to, on one of our shows, do a session engaging energy medicine and I would say acupressure, putting them both together in order to do a physical release of pain, of emotional trauma, of all the different situations that we face that come in from the past and are sort of a resident in us, and they keep coming up whenever something similar happens and preventing us from really being free to be a reflection of His love, to be really beautiful in any situation regardless of what we face. So those are opportunities to embrace His provision. And I want to just look as we sort of wind down at our individual issues and idiosyncrasies, because all of us have issues. And all of us face what we call a thorn in the flesh. The thorn in the flesh. We all have our thorn, and some of us have thorns. I have some thorns. And so I am always wanting to empower other persons to deal with those thorns as I deal with them. Because some of them are there for a while, and some of them leave pretty easily. But you know, removing the thorn has to do with understanding the thorn. And let's just look at that scripture, the thorn in the flesh. He asked 3 times to have it removed. And what was the answer? The answer was, I will give you my grace. Because what is the grace? Grace is a gift that allows you to have joy in the midst of challenges, suffering, sickness, what have you. Grace gives you the ability to have joy in the midst of whatever faces you that you may consider negative. And once you're able to embrace that joy and utilize it and use it, then right away you have the victory over the thing that is there. And then that thing now becomes a training issue. It becomes something that is helping you to move forward with where you need to go. And remember, it says it is a messenger of Satan. It pricks you, it hurts you, it causes infection, it buffets you, it challenges you, it humbles you, it teaches you. And so it is all good. Because once you have decided to take it out, you know, sometimes I get them from the garden, roses. The more beautiful you want to be, the more thorns, I know, my dear, the more prolific the growth and the beauty of the rose. The more thorns there are. You know those roses that have multiple thorns just going down the stem? There is no space for you to even put up a hole like that. The most beautiful ones. It's like they almost spiral the stem. That's the way it is. And so we need to understand that if that's the way it is, and you really want to express the beauty of the rose or the plant, right? These dry places here are giving me trouble, but let me tell you something. I shall dance in the dry places. Ain't nothing gonna stop me, right? The dry places, right? Because that is the deliverance, that is my deliverance, right? And can be yours too. So, as we embrace the thorn, it helps us to step through a door, to move into the next area, to move into the next area. And you know, a lot of times we say, why doesn't the door open? You have not been empowered to step through the door. Because you have to go through this challenge, you have to pass it. Because if you don't pass it, then here it comes again. Here it comes again. I don't know why this same thing always happening to me over and over again. I don't know why, I sure do. It's because I have not passed the test. So let's just make a decision that we will pass the test, that we will embrace these thorns, these challenges, because out of them will come an opportunity to be like the moon in a procession of stars. No, let me say that before. Lovely as the moon in a procession of stars. And we will be able to express real beauty, which is a reflection of His love. So, as we approach the end of this show, Remember, tomorrow is another show, and we really are going to continue looking at this wonderful, unbelievable proposal and how we can embrace it every day and live out another aspect of it. So, join me again tomorrow on reggae2reggae.com on Celebrate Life, when we'll be looking again at the King's proposal. See you tomorrow. Today it was real beauty.
Oh my.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.